Are you ready to witness the next big thing in tennis? Get ready to be blown away by the raw talent and determination of Carlos Alcaraz. This Spanish sensation is taking the tennis world by storm with his explosive style of play and never-give-up attitude. From his lightning-fast footwork to his jaw-dropping forehand, every shot that Alcaraz makes is a thing of beauty. He's already making history as the youngest player to win an ATP 500 match since Rafael Nadal and the youngest player to become ATP world #1, and he's only getting started. In this video, you'll get an up-close look at Alcaraz's journey to the top, from his humble beginnings in Murcia to his breakthrough performances on the ATP Tour and his first Grand Slam singles title win. Get ready to witness the future of tennis as Carlos Alcaraz shows us what it takes to become a champion. This is a video you won't want to miss. The beginning of a promising career. Carlos Alcaraz Garcia is a professional tennis player from Spain. He was born on May 5, 2003 in Murcia, Spain. He quickly made a name for himself as a promising talent. Alcaraz started playing tennis at the age of 3 and quickly showed a natural talent for the sport. He first played at the Real Sociedad Club de Campo de Murcia, where his father was the tennis academy director. During his junior career, he played impressive tennis, winning the Under-16 European Championship as well as winning the Junior Davis Cup with Spain in 2018. As a junior, Alcaraz's highest ranking was world number 22. As of 2018, he started training at the Juan Carlos Ferrero Equalite Tennis Academy in Villena, Spain, and is coached by former world #1 Juan Carlos Ferrero. At only age 15 in 2018, Alcaraz turned pro playing futures at challenger tournaments. Alcaraz's playing style is characterized by his aggressive baseline game, powerful forehand, and athleticism. He is also known for his mental toughness and work ethic, often staying on the court for hours after practice to work on his game. In 2019, at his first ATP Challenger tournament, he won the first round against Jannik Sinner, making him the first player born in 2003 to win a match at that level. A week later, at the Murcia Open, a futures event in his hometown, he reached the third round. In the second round, he won against Pedro Martinez, making him only the 5th player at age 15 or younger since 2000 to beat a top 200 player. Later that year, he won his first title on the ITF Future Tour at the ITF M23 Denia Man. He finished the year in the top 500 world ranking. Alcaraz's breakthrough came in 2020 when he was awarded a wild card into the Rio Open, an ATP 500 event in Brazil. At age 16, he won his first round match against Albert Ramos Viñolas, who was ranked number 41 and was ultimately defeated in round 2 against Federico Coria. Alcaraz continued to impress in 2020, winning 3 out of his 4 ATP Challenger final appearances, winning titles in Trieste, Barcelona, and Alicante, climbing from world ranking number 492 to number 136. Due to his performance, he was awarded the ATP Newcomer of the Year award. Grand Slam debut, first ATP title, and first time in top 50 world ranking. In 2021, Alcaraz continued to climb the rankings. He qualified for the Australian Open, becoming the youngest Australian Open qualifier since Novak Djokovic in the 2005 Australian Open. He won his Grand Slam debut in straight sets, but lost it in round 2 to Mikael Ymer. After reaching the semi-final at the ATP tournament in Marbella and winning another challenger tournament in Oeiras, Alcaraz entered the top 100 world ranking for the first time in his career. At the French Open, he reached round 3 for the first time in his career by defeating Nicolas Basilashvili, who was set at rank 28 for the tournament, and eventually lost in round 3 to Jan-Lennard Struff. At Wimbledon that year, he lost in round 2 to the then world #2 Daniil Medvedev. In July 2021, at only 18 years of age, it was finally time for Alcaraz to claim his first ATP title when he won the final in Umag against Richard Gasquet in 2 straight sets, becoming the youngest tour-level champion since Kei Nishikori in Delray Beach 2008. He was also the youngest Spaniard to win an ATP title since Nadal in Sopot in 2004. He went on to reach the semifinal at the Winston-Salem Open, where he lost to Mikael Ymer. At the US Open 2021, Alcaraz reached the quarterfinal, beating world-ranked number 3 Stefanos Tsitsipas in round 3 in a 5th set tiebreak, his biggest career win so far. He went on to defeat Peter Gajowczyk in the round of 16 to move on to the quarterfinals, becoming the youngest US Open men's quarterfinalist in the Open era. He eventually lost via retirement in the second set due to a leg injury to Felix Auger-Aliassime. In an incredible 2021, Alcaraz climbed more than 100 places in the world ranking, finishing the year at number 32. First Masters title, first Grand Slam title, and becoming the youngest world number 1. 2022 was a year to remember for Alcaraz. At the Australian Open 2022, he reached round 3, losing to later semi-finalist Matteo Berrettini in the tiebreak of the 5th set. Only 1 month later, he reached the final of the Rio Open, claiming the title against Diego Schwartzman. This win made him the youngest player of an ATP 500 tournament since the category's introduction in 2009. This win pushed him into the top 20 in the singles ranking on the 21st of February 2022 for the first time. In March, at the Indian Wells, he reached his first Masters 1000 quarter and semifinal, defeating the reigning champion Cameron Norrie before losing to his idol Rafael Nadal in the semifinal. 2 weeks later, at the Miami Open, he won his first Masters 1000 title, beating Casper Ruud in the final, becoming the youngest men's champion in the tournament's history as well as the only Spaniard to ever win the tournament in its 37 years history. Additionally, he is the third youngest player after Michael Chang and Rafael Nadal to ever win a Masters tournament. At the Barcelona Open, he defeated the top seed Stefanos Tsitsipas in the quarterfinals. Due to rain delays, Alcaraz was forced to play 2 epic matches, the semi-final as well as the final, on the same day, claiming the crown in the final against Pablo Carreño Busta in 2 straight sets. This tournament win saw Alcaraz enter the top 10 world ranking for the first time in his career, making him the youngest player in the top 10 since Nadal, who also entered the top 10 exactly 17 years prior on 25th of April 2005. In May 2002 at the Madrid Open, 1 day after his 19th birthday, he defeated Rafael Nadal in the quarterfinals, becoming the first teenager to defeat Nadal on clay. A day later, he went on to beat the world number 1, Novak Djokovic, in the semifinals to secure his 6th consecutive top 10 win and becoming the youngest player to win a match against a world number 1 since 2004. He also became the first ever player to beat Nadal and Djokovic back-to-back on clay. In the final, he defeated the reigning champion and world number 3, Alexander Zverev, becoming the youngest champion in tournament history to win the Madrid Open. With that win, he climbed to a career high of world number 6 on May 9, 2022. At the French Open that year, he reached his second Grand Slam quarterfinal of his career, which he lost to Alexander Zverev. At Wimbledon that year, he reached round 16 for the first time, eventually losing to Jannik Sinner. At the following tournament, the Hamburg Open, he reached the final but lost it to Lorenzo Musetti, marking the first loss in a tournament final of his career. Reaching the final resulted in a new career high of world number 5 on July 25, 2022. With that, he became the youngest player to enter the top 5 world rankings since Nadal in 2005. At the Croatia Open, he reached another final, which put him in the world number 4 on August 1, 2022. Alcaraz entered the 2022 US Open as the number 3 seed. He reached round 4 without dropping a single set and then defeated Marin Cilic to become the youngest player to reach back-to-back quarterfinals at the US Open in the Open era. In the quarterfinal, he won against Jannik Sinner, marking the second longest match in US Open history with 5 hours and 15 minutes. In the semifinal, he defeated Frances Tiafoe and moved on to win the final against Casper Ruud. With that win, Alcaraz became the youngest number 1 ATP player in history at the age of 19 years, 4 months, and 6 days, breaking the record of Lleyton Hewitt. Additionally, he became the first teenager in the Open era, topping the men's ranking, the youngest Grand Slam winner since Nadal at the French Open 2005, and the youngest US Open men's champion since Pete Sampras in 1990. Alcaraz ended the year with an injury, but still ranking world number 1. 2023 starting strong. 2023 didn't start as planned as he had to withdraw from the Australian Open due to a hamstring injury. He lost his world number 1 ranking to Novak Djokovic after the Joker won the tournament. He came back after his injury, winning the Argentina Open in Buenos Aires. At the Indian Wells Masters, he recorded his 100th career win to reach the 4th round. His opponent, Jack Draper, retired in the second set, which put Alcaraz in the quarterfinals where he defeated Felix Auger-Aliassime. In an anticipated semifinal, he defeated Jannik Sinner in straight sets, advancing to the final. He won the final and his third Masters 1000 title by defeating Daniil Medvedev, becoming the first player to win the tournament without dropping a single set since Roger Federer in 2017. On March 20th, 2023, he returned to world number 1, but dropped back to world number 2 after losing in the semifinals of the Miami Open in an absolutely insane match against Jannik Sinner, with Daniil Medvedev eventually claiming the title, which helped Novak Djokovic to take back the top spot. He definitely is a player to watch out for and most likely has a bright future ahead. What can we expect from Carlos Alcaraz in the future? Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.